We're with USA Wrestling's National Greco-Roman coach Steve Fraser. Talk a little bit about our US Greco-Roman program and the US World Team, which will be competing this year in Denmark. Steve, we just finished up with the World Team trials in Council Bluffs, Iowa. Wonder if you could give us your thoughts about the quality of the Greco-Roman competition that we were able to see at the World Team trials.
I think the quality was outstanding. I think we had a nice mix of some young guys, some new talent, and some veterans that competed. And I thought the actual competition and the matches were pretty fierce.
So you saw some promising wrestling, even from the people that weren't the winners?
Oh yeah. I saw some good young guys showing some great skills.
Talk a little bit about the World Team. It looks like you got a mix of different people that have had experience and a few of the young guys that have been paying their dues. Is this a team that has an opportunity to do well as a group?
I think we got a good chance of doing very well this year. I mean, that's our plan. Our goal is to win the team title. Will it be easy? No. We'll have to work our butts off. We'll have to do a lot of great preparation through the summer and correct preparation and improve a lot of skills. Again, we've got a nice mix of some veterans and some new faces. I think 4 guys out of the 7. This will be their first World Championship. So we got our work cut out for us. It's not going to be easy, but the guys we have on this team, I think, can get the job done if they do the right things.
Let's talk a little bit about each of these athletes that are going to be going to Denmark representing the country. Three have some pretty substantial experience, and I'd like to chat about them first, starting with former world champ and Olympian Dramil Byers at 120 kilograms. What are your thoughts and expectations for Dramil?
Well, Dramil, as you said, is a veteran, world champion, world bronze medalist. We look to him for our leadership. The guys do look up to him, and I think he is always in the hunt. I mean, he has the potential to win a medal every single year, and I think the key for him will be to prepare properly, get in great shape, feel good for the competition, and he's going to do well.
How about two-time world bronze medalist Harry Lester? Harry retired after the Olympic trials, but he's back. He's at a new weight class, and he's #1 again. How about Harry?
Well, Harry, again, I mean, Harry's probably one of the most fierce competitors that I've been fortunate to be part of his coaching, and no one competes like Harry does. I mean, when he steps out on the mat, he gives it everything he's got. I've seen his body torque in more different funky positions to keep from getting scored on or to score on somebody. And so I think Harry Lester is definitely a threat to win a medal, and I would expect great things from him in the Worlds.
Talk a little bit about Spencer Mango at 55 kilos. He made the Olympic team and came right back this year, and he made his first World Team.
Yeah, Spencer, very, very talented, young kid. I wouldn't call him a veteran by any means. This is only his second senior world event that he's made. But the kid is very talented. He's very explosive, in great shape, very quick, and I think he's going to surprise some people.
Now you've got 4 guys that are on their first U.S. team. Some that have spent a few years getting to this, and others who are kind of coming up from the age group levels and things. Tell me a little bit about each. I'll just throw the name out to you. Farouk Sahin at 66 kilos.
Farouk, originally from Turkey, he's been a U.S. citizen for quite a while now. Farouk is, I would call him a veteran because he's an older wrestler. He's been around a lot of years, but this is his first team that he's going to be competing in the World Championships. He actually made a team for us in the past, but didn't compete that year. He's very skilled. Come out of the Turkish school of wrestling, and again, I think if he trains properly and prepares and gets in great shape, he could he very well could win a medal for sure.
What about Jeremiah Davis at 60 kilograms? He certainly has shown talent in the past, but put it all together.
Yeah, very talented kid. Hungry. I think he's pretty hungry. Very quick. Very explosive. And he lacks a little experience at the international level. But I was with him in Turkey this January. He beat a couple of really tough Turks, and he's willing to go out there and fight with anybody. He's not afraid of anybody. So I think he can reach his goals too, and I'm sure his goal is to win a world title.
Talk a little bit about Chaz Betts at 84 kilograms. He's a product of our Northern Michigan program, but also he's been close before. This time he got it done.
Yeah, Chaz Betts, young, first time on the team. He's like a machine. He's in great condition, keeps coming at you. He's a grinder. Ivan Ivanov and Jim Grunwald have trained him very well for the last 5 years or so. And he's a wonderful kid, very coachable. You can look for great things from Chaz Betts.
R.C. Johnson at 96 kilograms. Again, somebody who's been in finals of things, but this time he grabbed the whole enchilada.
yeah, and R.C. too, another very strong, very tough kid. Came out of the Northern Michigan program a few years ago, and then Momir and Anatoly here have been working with him for the last few years, and he's improved a ton over the last few years, and he's had some success this past year. Won a medal or two internationally in some international tournaments. So again, we got a solid team. All 7 of these guys have the potential to win a medal.
Now, the last time we had a World Championships was 2007, and the U.S. had a historic performance, won the first time as a team champion at the Worlds in Greco-Roman. How will our new team, our 2009 team, do at the world level, and do they have a legitimate chance to challenge for that world title, to bring another one back to the United States?
Well, like I said, I think we have a good shot at challenging for the title. But we have our work cut out for us. It isn't going to be easy. There's a lot of tough countries out there, as we know, and so we have our work cut out for us. Only Denmark will tell us for sure how good we are. We're very thrilled and very happy of our performance in 2007, winning the world title as a team for the first time in our Greco-Roman history. So that proves we can do it. I mean, for the last many years now, we've been knocking on the door. We've been third as a team a couple of times. I think we're respected now internationally as a team that can win the world title. And in Greco-Roman wrestling, if a foreigner wrestles one of our guys, they know they're going to be in for a battle at least. So we're very proud of our accomplishments. It's due to a lot of coaches, a lot of volunteer coaches, not just the paid professional staff at USA Wrestling, but it's the volunteers: Sean Lewis, Dan Chandler, Rob Herman, Andy Saris, a lot of people out there that are all committed to winning. And that's why we won, and that's why we're going to continue to win.
Talk a little bit about the Olympic Games and what we learned as a country and from that tournament. It seemed like so many top Greco-Roman wrestlers were getting beaten, and it was very, very balanced and very unpredictable at the Olympic Games.
Yeah, the Olympics in Beijing were just what you said. I mean, they're balanced, a lot of upsets. I think 6 of the 7 gold medalists from the year before didn't place. I could be wrong, 1 or 2 guys, but a lot of world medalists from the previous year didn't even place in the Olympics, so that's kind of unusual. We had a lackluster at best performance. Very proud of Adam Wheeler winning our only medal in Greco, and a bronze medal at that. A product of our Northern Michigan program and our Colorado Springs program, where he spent time in both programs. Very proud of him. He wrestled great at 96 kilos, but obviously we weren't happy with our medal count. And what we're doing is just going back to the drawing board and figuring out what we can do better. We had a mix of some inexperienced young guys that are very tough, not taking anything away from them, and we had some veterans. So but we're going to move forward from here and continue to strive to be the best team in the world.
Let's look at the 4-year Olympic cycle we're into now. I mean, do we have enough talent in the pipeline for us to be consistently fighting for world team spots like we did the last 4 years and individual medalists? Do we have a group right now that can take us through this quadrennium with success?
Well, that's always our challenge. I think we do have a great group right now. We've got a lot of talent in our Northern Michigan program. A lot of these guys have been there 4, 5, 6 years. Our challenge in Greco is to continually feed this machine that we've kind of set up. And the idea is that we recruit high school Greco-Roman stars that do well, that love Greco, and the idea is they go into our Northern Michigan program, and then they're there 4 or 5 years, and then from there they progress or move to our Colorado Springs program, and the idea is that we feed the program this way, and I think it's a challenge because in this country, as we all know, it's a folk style / freestyle country. So Greco, we're always struggling to get kids into the pipeline. But we've got some new ideas, and just had some great meetings today, in fact, about it, and I feel very positive about our pipeline in the future.
Northern Michigan, Ivan Ivanov and Jim Grunwald have been a team up there for a while, and a lot of their athletes have proven that they can win at the senior level. What is it about that program that a high school kid should look at and consider after finishing up and deciding to take the next step?
Well, one thing, it's a professional Greco-Roman training program. You're going to get 4, 5, 6 years of great training from 2 outstanding coaches. Ivan Ivanov, outstanding. Jim Grunwald, outstanding as coaches. And of course, full scholarship to get your college education isn't a bad thing either. So the program is designed to afford a young kid a scholarship to get his college education while being in a professional Greco-Roman training program with the intent of winning an Olympic or a world medal.
So you're looking for people that have high goals.
Absolutely, absolutely. Again, that program, I call that program our secret weapon, and from day one, it's been an integral part of our Greco-Roman system. As we all know, we don't have a lot of developmental programs in this country for Greco. So this is a great pipeline or a program that we take the best high school Greco wrestlers, afford them an opportunity to get their degree and train them in a professional program, and then feed them to our program in Colorado Springs.
Talk a little bit about the sport of Greco-Roman wrestling. Why would a young athlete want to try Greco? How will it make them better wrestlers and even improve their scholastic style wrestling?
Well, one, they might just find that Greco's their personal style that they love. I mean, I always try to encourage kids to wrestle Greco for a variety of reasons. One is because they just might find that they're good at it,
right,
and they love it. 2, wrestling Greco really helps improve. In the worst case, it helps improve your folk style wrestling. Learning the pummeling skills and the upper body skills. It's not just upper body; it's a lot of lower body skills as well in Greco-Roman wrestling that you don't really, that a lot of people don't realize that you learn. The core body strength that you develop by lifting people like you do in Greco. All that helps your folk style wrestling. I guarantee a kid that wrestles Greco-Roman and a kid that wrestles freestyle is going to be 10 times the better folk style wrestler. So those are all reasons why I would encourage a young kid to wrestle Greco-Roman.
And it's fun.
And it's fun, it is fun, and so yeah.
Yeah, you get a chance to throw people.
That's right. It's fun throwing people on their backs.
Let's talk a little bit about the Greco-Roman wrestling family. You talk about that often. You've had a group of individuals, coaches, athletes, supporters, fans that have really kept together and are very strong for helping to build Greco-Roman success here in the United States. What is it about Greco-Roman that has brought all these good people together and really helped us move our program along?
Well, I mean, let me say too, that's one of the biggest reasons why we've been able to really improve our sport of Greco-Roman in the United States. It's because we have a ton of dedicated Greco volunteers and coaches that love the sport of Greco-Roman wrestling and want to see us succeed. And I mentioned some of the volunteer coaches before, but it's coaches, it's volunteers, it's just people in general, and that's important. And I think probably one of the reasons why we have this closer knit Greco family is because, for many years Greco was a bad word in our country. Greco-Roman wrestlers were kind of like the redheaded stepchildren of our system. And I'm not trying to be negative, but that's our culture. Our culture was folk style and freestyle, and Greco was kind of an afterthought. But through years of trials and overcoming problems and trying to figure out how to win internationally in Greco, I think that's brought a lot of us together for this common cause, and we all share that same vision of taking our US Greco-Roman program and becoming the best in the world with it.
Now, people might see a little bit of difference in the Greco rules this year from what they may have seen if they watched the Olympics. Tell me what you think of the new changes, and can the U.S. win in these new rules?
I like the new changes from last year's rules. More time on our feet now. We're on our feet 90 seconds instead of only 1 minute. So I like that. There's only one clinch in parterre instead of two. There's a big incentive to score points in that 90 seconds. So I think the rule changes have been for the good. Are they the best rules Greco could have? I'm not totally convinced of that. But I like them better than they were. And one thing that we've been fortunate to have been able to do so far, I mean, Greco rules have changed so much over the last, 6, 7 years, 10 years, that we've become very adaptable as a coaching staff, and and our athletes are that way too. And we've been very good, I should say, at adapting to the new rules and changing our training methods to help improve us at those new rules. And so we'll have to continue to do that, of course. But we feel confident. Whatever the rules are, we're gonna prepare our athletes and try to win at those rules.
Now that trophy up in the corner, is that the World Championship trophy that we won?
No, actually, the World Championship trophy is right behind you over there.
Okay, Coach.
Scan to that corner.
There we are.
That's the 2007 World Championship team trophy that we won in Baku, Azerbaijan.
It's a tremendous trophy, but it also, stands for something. And I guess my last question would be, what's ahead for Steve Fraser, for the U.S. Greco-Roman program? What kind of obstacles and goals have you set for yourself and for the team? What's the next mountain to climb for this group of Greco wrestlers?
Well, obviously, we are not done trying to be the best team in the world. You take your eye off the ball for 1 second and you drop from first place to 15th place like that. In Greco, there's a lot of parity. There's a lot of tough countries. And so our goal is to continue to be on top. We're on top. We want to continue to stay on top. And that's our goal. We want to vie for the World Championship every year. We want to be in the hunt every single year. And 3, 4 medals every year is our goal, and I think with the support with USA Wrestling gives Greco, and the attitude changes about Greco these days, and then the volunteers that we talked about, and the great athletes that we have coming into Greco, we need more of them, but the ones we have are dedicated and they're tough, and they're great athletes. With all of that, I think we're gonna have a good chance on repeating our 2007 World Championship team title.
Yeah, and that was quite a celebration for Greco, but obviously there's more ahead.
Absolutely, we're not done yet.
Now, Steve Fraser, thanks for your time, and we appreciate it, and good luck this year with the World Team in Denmark.
Thanks a lot, Gary.